Today we're going through a baby registry off Amazon. I'm going to tell you pros, cons, and particularly with this one, what items they are missing. Let's make sure you don't forget to include these items on your baby registry. We are going to start off with some little booties. So they got pink, like a cream, white, and gray. I would only get the gray, and I would only get one pair because honestly, they're not really getting dirty. This is 0 to 3 month. You're carrying them. They're not on the ground getting dirty. Keep track of them. Just get one. They're going to be outgrowing them before you know it. So you're going to get 3. They're never going to get worn. And then boom, pass them along to the next person. Instead, I would get a gray in 0 to 3. And then I'd get maybe a darker gray or slightly different color in 3 to 6. So you can tell them apart. Moving on, we got some hooded towels. I would get more gender neutral. I like the neutral one. I would not do the pink one. And try to get as big as you can on the hooded towels. All right. Next, we have it could be a diaper caddy. It could be a postpartum kit situation, or it could be a breastfeeding, like tray table thing. So you can use this for a lot of different things. I wouldn't get it. I would get a basket instead. I feel like that's more realistic to move around with you. I know people are like, it has wheels. Are you really going to push this thing around? I don't see it actually happen. So I would rather do a basket, like a diaper caddy style basket instead. Next, we got diapers, size 3, size 2. Great. Got some wipes. Then here they got newborn, size 2, size 1. I love diapers as far as like being practical. Now, if you want to do cloth, disposable, that's up to you. That's your business. But diapers are a practical item that you are going to use. So I love that. We got a Destin here, and then I already see another Destin coming up. I don't know the difference. This one says daily defense. This one says maximum strength. I would not get the maximum strength. I would just get the daily defense and keep up on your baby. Ideally, they don't get a diaper rash at all. My children did not experience it much, and I don't know, we were just fortunate. Now, if your baby is struggling, then you go back and get maybe the maximum strength. Don't anticipate a problem before it happens. Your baby might not get diaper rash, and those are huge tubs. Okay, so just get one, start off with that. Alrighty, next we're moving into like feeding. So we got some bottles and then more bottles. I like that they're consistent on the brand. However, I would not get the 4-ounce bottles. I would only get the 9-ounce. Even if you're only using a couple ounces in the big bottle, it's okay. So yeah, that's just me, and I wouldn't get the 4-ounce because they're going to outgrow those. Then we got some burp cloths. I would not get pink because again, what if you want to use them for your next child and you have a boy and you feel bad using pink? Just get something neutral. All right, get a cream, get an olive green, something like that. Then we have a cordless portable milk warmer. So this is for on the go. It is $70. I personally would not get that, but I was a breastfeeding mama, so I can't judge too much. Then here we have a pitcher. Typically, I think this is marketed as a breast milk pitcher. Now, I guess you could do formula and make it a head. Again, I was a breastfeeding mama, but just any old pitcher you have could work. Sterilize it, keep it clean. Then we have some breast pump wipes. So mama is going to nurse or pump or something in some capacity. I would just wash your pump in the sink. I wouldn't use the wipes because they're just not going to do the job and just wouldn't be my choice. Now, maybe if you're out in public and you just need something really quick to get the sticky off, okay, I would probably just use a regular old diaper wipe, but that's just me. I don't like to have specific items for every single thing. Okay, next we got these Itsy Ritsy pacifiers and then some Dr. Brown ones. I would probably only get one kind and try to get them used to one kind before you try to introduce multiple. Just my opinion. I will say these Itsy Ritsy ones, they're the cute type ones, but they're actually affordable. There's another brand, I'm blanking on the name. They're like $20 a pacifier. Do not do that to yourself. That's ridiculous. All right, the nose Frida. I survived without a nose Frida. You don't actually have to have one of these. If your kid is super sick and a nasally kid, get it. It might not be. Then we got a thermometer, and then we got the ear thermometer. It is good to have a thermometer in your house when you have a baby, for sure. Next, we have a baby monitor. Ooh, a 2.8 inch screen, I'm assuming. That seems a little small to me. I would probably go a little bit fancier than this if you can afford it. So a couple things I'm noticing. It looks like these monitors might not move. Let's go ahead and click. We'll go ahead and get more details. Okay, I was incorrect. They look like they wouldn't move, but they do. They tilt and they pan. So the monitors move. That's a good thing. You've got 2 cameras, which is great because when you have one child, they can both go in the same room, but then over time you could separate them, one for each kid in their room. Now I will say when it comes to the screen, I like a split screen. So we have one that's not a split screen and you can only see one child at a time. If you can do a split screen, you can see both monitor views at the same time, and that's really, really nice. So I think the $75 might be a little cheap. I would maybe upgrade to one that's maybe more like $120 if this is an important item to you. Now, if it's not, that's okay as well. All right, moving on from there, we've got a Swaddle Me, like zipper swaddle pod. I think the arms just kind of go down in there and are just kind of wherever. It's kind of cheap. The problem I feel like you would have is baby would just be wanting their hands to go up. But if that works for them, maybe that's okay. So, I don't know. Then we have some bassinet sheets, and then we have some fitted crib sheets. Okay, so 2-pack for the bassinet. I'm a fan of skipping the bassinet, but that's just me. If you're going to get it, though, you want the fitted sheets. 2 is a good number, maybe a little more, but just do the laundry and get them back clean and on there. Crib sheets, so this is a pack of 3. They look pretty neutral, so that's good. Then we got a mobile. I always say skip the mobile. I just feel like it's a safety hazard and not necessary. I'm not a big decor girl. Then we have like a little patchwork quilt blanket type situation. Few blankets are nice. They're not using them as an infant, but they could be a floor blanket for them to roll around and play on. We had various different blankets around the house. We had a lot of gifts that were random blankets as well. We had quilts given to us. So blankets are always nice. They're sweet and they're fun to have. Okay, now we're getting one more fitted sheet here and one more fitted sheet here. And both of these are your standard cribs. So now we might be up to like 5 crib sheets. That's getting a little much for me. And then here, this one is for a mini crib or maybe the bassinet. So now that one's getting up in the numbers. And then here we got more for the bassinet. Okay, we're getting up to like 5 sheets for the bassinet and like 5 for the crib. I would not get that many. 3 is about the number I like, 2 or 3. Okay, beyond that, just do the dang laundry. Okay. Next, we got the Baby Sound Machine Mom Cozy. So we have the Hatch and we love it. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if this option works for you, it is a little more affordable. So could be good. The Hatch, I think, is probably a little cuter. I'm not gonna lie. But as long as you have an app on your phone and you can control it, that's super handy. We have absolutely loved having the Hatch. Okay, so can't recommend that enough. All right, then we have the Mattress Protector. I actually recommend getting 2 of these in case your baby is having a lot of blowouts or is sick. So if you're gonna have all those sheets, it is nice to at least have 2 mattress protectors. All right, then we got a 4-pack of swaddles. That's a really good price. Swaddles can get expensive and pricey, but that's pretty good for 4 of them. I would like more gender neutral though. That's always my preference on things related to sleep because a lot of times you can use them for the next child. Get them girly clothes if you want, but when it comes to items or gear, I like gender neutral. Okay, this mom looks like they want a nurse. We got the Boppy. I lived without a nursing pillow because I didn't want it laying around my house and just sitting out all the time. So I made do without it. I used the pillow off our guest bed and made that work until they were strong enough to kind of like help support themselves. So for me, it was a skip, but for some people it is a need. I did get the Haka and I didn't use it like a ton, but the great thing about the Haka is it's not as much effort as the pump and it's not confusing your body as much. I feel like I could nurse on one side, use the Haka on the other, collect a couple ounces, and I called them like free ounces or like easy ounces because I didn't feel like it was like altering my supply, making me overproduce or not have enough food for baby on their next feeding. You know, I felt like it was the least disruptive. So that was a pro. Next, we have the Mom Cozy Ultra Thin. So these are breast pads for if you are leaking. I use disposable and I use reusable. And I like them both in different situations and for different reasons. But that's a very affordable price. You need them, depending on your body, about the first like 2 to 3 months. Beyond that, you should not leak regularly. And you, in the beginning, might have more leaking. It's going to depend on your body and your breastfeeding journey. But it's up to you how often you change them throughout the day and how many you go through ultimately. Next, we got some nursing bras. So 4, I like how neutral they are, how simple they are. I did wear nursing bras. For me, that was a must with the nursing. I wasn't going to try to use a regular old wire bra. They were great and I would recommend them. And just, I did the laundry a lot, so I didn't have a lot of them, but man, I put them to use. And then we have breast milk storage bags. So these are to put milk in the freezer. If you're going to pump at all, you're going to want these bags because you're going to put milk away. Okay. And that depends on, again, your breastfeeding journey and if you're going back to work and how long you want them to get breast milk and what your plan is. Next, we got a car seat cover. That's cute. It's not a need. I like a winter cover, but in the spring and the summer, I didn't feel the need to have one. So that was just my opinion. And then we got some items for mom. So these are just like giant pads, obviously postpartum. And then Tux pads help if you have any like birth injuries, if you had to get any stitches, if you had any like tearing of any kind, those are like soothing. They will give you some in the hospital and you may have extras that you can bring home with you if you're in America. And yeah, it depends on your birth. I had one time where I was fine with what they gave me at the hospital. And then the other time I did actually go out and try to buy more of these because I did feel like I needed them. They're just a helpful tool. And when it comes to the pads, they won't give you a ton at the hospital. And obviously you go through those quickly. So if you're okay and comfortable putting a little bit of postpartum on your registry, that's up to you. I didn't put any postpartum on my registry. I didn't even put nursing bras. Like, I did this stuff for me on my own. I wasn't really comfortable asking for that from my friends and family. So that's up to you. I think don't go too crazy and just kind of keep yourself limited. Couple critiques on this baby registry. First of all, in the nursing category, I did not see a nipple balm. If I was trapped in the woods and I had to breastfeed a baby, like a newborn, the only item I would want is a nipple balm. Okay, I can live without a pump. I can live without this, with that. My baby can nurse, but if you're struggling physically with nursing, essentially it's like a chapstick and it just helps, okay? Because the nursing and like the moisture, the drying out, cracking, bleeding, it can happen. So for me, a nipple balm is an absolute must for any breastfeeding mom. Okay, that is my number one breastfeeding item. And then beyond that, what did we not have? We had sheets, but we didn't have a crib. We had a car seat cover, but we didn't have a car seat. We didn't have a stroller. We did not have any seats for the child. We didn't have a high chair. We did not have a bouncer seat. We didn't have a swing, which I don't love all those seats, but the fact they had zero is crazy to me. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's a second child, or maybe mom and dad want to buy all those large items themselves and don't want to put it on their friends and family. Whatever the case is, they're missing a lot of large items. So don't forget, those things are the essentials. At least some of them are. Car seat, essential. For me, crib, essential, unless you're going to co-sleep, but they obviously put crib sheets. So crib, essential. Mattress for the crib. It is okay to put some large items on your baby registry. Make sure you're not forgetting those items. If there's anything from this registry you are interested in getting, all the links will be in the description. Okay, so go check it out there and add them onto your baby registry. Get them. Maybe you already had your baby shower and you're just following up, making sure you're not missing anything. This is the place to be. So subscribe, check out more of my videos, and hopefully I can help you get prepared for baby in the most practical and cost-efficient way I possibly can. All right, so thank you for being here and have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video.